who were taking classes with LaRock Bay. At the end of our dance class, it was our responsibility to clean the floor for the karate class that followed. It was an order, not a request. When I saw those brothers looking cool as hell in that karate gi, I begged my mom to join the classes. Days when I didn't have bus fare to ride, I would walk from 169th to Boston Road in the Bronx all the way to the Y. I carried my rolled-up gi hanging from my yellow belt like a real karate man. You couldn't tell me nothing. What was the national origin of the system or systems that you studied? The root foundation of the art form they taught was Japanese and Filipino. However, the style of training was uniquely black and distinctly Harlemese. I recall often the African drummers staying and playing for the karate classes. We were trained to be tough, tight, precise, and presentational. Not only did your techniques have to work in the street, but you also had to look good executing them. Knuckle push-ups and deep horse stances kept us all in check. What was your final rank in that system? Moving to Orlando, Florida in 1977, I proudly wore the rank of purple belt, and back then that rank meant something. It would be 3 years before returning to New York and achieving the rank of black belt in 1980 under the guidance of Dr. Powell, Kushinda Lamar Thornton, Kushinda Marcus Salgado, and GM Sijo Abdul Mutakabir. In 1980, while attending Purchase College as a theater arts major, I began training in capoeira under Greg Troy, senior student of the great teachers and Dance Brazil founders, Mestre Gelon Vieira and Mestre Loramil Machado. Capoeira would become my primary practice for the next 10 years. That's an impressive beginning with some serious instructors to look up to. With that in mind, were you a tournament competitor? As a kid, yes. As an adult, no. After graduating from college in '84, my professional theater and film career took focus. What was your best quality as a martial artist? I was determined, quick learner with natural athleticism and fast hands and feet. I never liked getting hit in the face. I was beautiful to watch in motion. Who were your martial art idols? Every master I've trained with, but as a youngin', Jim Kelly, James Coburn, James Brown, Bruce Lee, and the Black Dragon, Ron Van Cleef. What other systems did you train in, and who were the instructors? Beyond the ones already mentioned, when asked this question, I would like to say, I've trained the African, Asian, American, and movie martial arts systems. I can play with all of them and do so with above-average expert proficiency in a few. Sijo Steve Muhammad, formerly Steve Sanders, BKF Kenpo, Way of the Invisible Fist. Mahaguru Cliff Stewart, Pukulan Pentjak Silat Bukti Nagara, WAR Weapons. Guru Tony Felix, Sima Kuntao Silat, SBL. Kushinda Lamar Thornton, Shotokan Goju, Sanukes Hapkido. Kushinda Marcus Salgado, Shotokan Karate-do, Sanukes, Kali. Ahati Kelindi Ai, African Warrior System, Weapons. Sifu Chuck Jeffrey, Shaolin Wushu, Junfan Kickboxing, and Kali, Boxing, Film Fight Master. Mestre Gelon Vieira, Capoeira Bahia. Master Dennis Newsom, Capoeira Angola, Combat Capoeira, 52 blocks. GM Jeff Ward, Kali Pekiti Tirsia, Boxing, Film Fight Master, Weapons. GM Emmanuel Stewart, Boxing. World Champ Emil Griffith, Boxing. Kokiwan TKD University, Taekwondo, Hapkido. Professor Mo, V. Arnis Jitsu, Sanukes, Weapons. Martin Wheeler, Sistema, Weapons. Monk Shi Yan Min, Shaolin Kung Fu, Tai Chi Chuan. Your training is far-reaching, and as an action star, I understand that the more you know, the more your fans are able to enjoy what you do for a living. Please tell us, what ranks do you currently hold, and in what systems? I've earned a 9th Dan Black Belt from Kushinda Lamar Thornton of the New Breed Martial Arts Organization, and a 2nd-degree Black Belt in the Korean asset form of Hapkido. I'm well-versed in capoeira under Mestre Gelon Vieira and in a number of other disciplines, including Kung Fu, where I trained at the USA Shaolin Temple, as well as Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and kickboxing. When in New York, I was trained in fighting by my friend and mentor Brooke Ellis. Are you still training? Like breathing and brushing my teeth, I'm steady at it, exploring and expanding methodologies that will work for film and the streets. As a world-renowned actor and as a martial artist, how many of your stunts do you perform yourself? Time, opportunity, and insurance allowing, I do as much as is fun to do, sometimes up to 80% of the fighting and gunplay. What's your favorite movie that you've performed in? Impossible to pick just one. Each genre has rewarded me greatly. The films with good action hold a special place with me. It's very hard to create entertaining action well. Dr. Snipes, last question. You did the Masters of the Martial Arts in 1998. When can we expect part 2? Times are a bit different now than back when we presented the TMO-TMA. With the growth and spotlight of MMA, many traditionalists, innovators, and pioneers of the martial arts in America have been sidelined, if not completely overlooked. The twilight years are visiting the originals. I think the modern presentation and tribute would have to be much different, appealing to both the old and the new, the masters and the audience. That said, I'm all in.